Okay, well, here we are under quarantine for the Chinese coronavirus. Here's my recent coronavirus quarantine listening stack. This compilation is one of the coolest things I've found in a while. It's called Uneven Paths, Deviant Pop from Europe, 1980 to 1991, on a label called Music for Memory. Fantastic compilation of singles, sort of, I don't know, ambient. My son calls it vaporwave. Just absolutely amazing. Jazz, post-punk jazz, post-punk funk. Absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. Highly recommended. This is a French original pressing of a killer fusion LP. The group's called Speed Limit. This is on Les Chants du Monde. Excellent stuff. I don't remember the year this was released, but just killer. This is an original UK pressing of Whatever She Brings We Sing, Kevin Ayers on Harvest. Absolutely killer LP from him as well. I don't think it's as good as Joy of a Toy, but very good. This is a US band called Friend Sound. Check that. Joyride. It's a strange sort of psychedelic, music, concrete, avant-garde recording. Very cool though. On RCA from 1969. This is a French sort of jazz rock group called Zoo. This is an original American pressing of this LP. I believe it came out in like 69, 70, something like that. It's kind of just horn rock, really. You can hear how later on bands like Chicago and stuff might have come out of hearing stuff like this, but it's pretty good. One of the best soul jazz organists of them all. This is an original American pressing on Prestige of Louisiana Slim from Leon Spencer. Leon Spencer put out 4 solo albums. They're all killer. He also did a ton of session work. Highly recommended if you dig Hammond, soul jazz kind of stuff. Don Cherry's LP on Horizon A&M. Absolutely killer. From 1977, I think. This is an original American pressing of Ned Dohany's LP Hard Candy, also from 76, I think, 1976. This thing is just an absolute blue-eyed soul, slick, funky masterpiece. It sounds like a white Shuggy Otis to me, but you hear elements of, I don't know, Hall & Oates and stuff like that. Just killer. This is a French original pressing of a Greek progressive rock band called Axis. Band was from Greece, as I said, but they gained popularity and notoriety in France, recorded, I don't know, 2 or 3 records there. I think this is the second one. Very good progressive rock on Barclay. This is a 90s fave of mine, early Monster Magnet. This predates their first album. This is tab 25 from them. Just pulled this out for the hell of it. This is a French sort of psych prog band on BYG. Cour Magique, I believe that's Magic Heart. Wakan Tanka is the name of the album. Really good progressive psychedelic LP from 1971. This is the Meat Puppets' first LP, original pressing on SST. Listen to this a little bit. These guys are from Phoenix. I don't love the Meat Puppets, but I do collect local stuff. And so, you know, I have their stuff, and really anything from Phoenix I try to pick up. This is an original pressing on Probe of Morgan, psych rock record from, I don't know, 68, maybe 69, something like that. Still has the insert in it. It's a really good psych rock record. I mean, I don't know that it's as good as what it commands price-wise, but I found my copy for $8, so I'm not complaining. This is a Portuguese progressive rock band called Tantra. The album's called Holocausto. This is really good. I'm trying to see what record label this is on. I don't remember. Let's see here. This is on EMI. Yeah, at times this kind of sounds like Goblin-esque, but really good progressive rock. Recommended. Tantra, Holocausto. This is an original Portuguese pressing. So again, I mentioned I collect Arizona, Phoenix bands, Tempe bands, things like that. This is another sort of new wave, early 80s Phoenix or Tempe band called Tone Set. They're one. This is like an EP, I guess. Original pressing on Peg 1. Good kind of sorry, my cat's trying to get in front of the camera. Was spinning my copy of the soundtrack to Altered States. Cool movie, love Ken Russell. And this soundtrack is really good as well. This is an original UK pressing of the Blue Nile's first LP, A Walk Across the Rooftops. Really like this record a lot, from 1983. Kind of a cross between, I don't know, Peter Gabriel and Talk Talk or something like that. Really good. This is an original German pressing of Felt's album, Forever Breathes the Lonely Word. I think some people consider this to be their best. I don't know if I consider it to be their very best, but it's definitely in the top 4, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, excellent. Original Japanese pressing of the Far East Family Band, The Cave Down to the Earth on Moo Land, still with the OBI intact. Excellent progressive space rock. This is Songs of Protest and Anti-Protest, Chris Lucy. This isn't really a guy named Chris Lucy. There's a long story about this album was recorded by a guy named Chris, or was going to be recorded by a guy named Chris Ducey. He was under contract with another label, so they couldn't release it. So they changed it to Chris Lucy, but it's not Chris Ducey or Chris Lucy. It's another guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he also put out that LP Jameson. This is an original pressing on Surrey. I believe that's rumored to be Brian Jones on the cover. But yeah, this is a really cool sort of folk psych, soft psych LP. To me, it has strains of Love when they're kind of their more straightforward early sound. Very, very good though. I found this in the dollar bin about a year ago. Absolutely mint, still in shrink. One of my favorite Italian soundtrack composers, Franco Michalizzi, and his soundtrack to the film Adolescenza Perversa, reissued on Spettro. I previously had this on CD. There was a CD release from a Swedish label, Finduscykel, but it just came out on LP, I don't know, a year or two ago. Had to grab it. This is outstanding. Number 202 of 500. This is an original UK pressing of the Gun Club's first LP, Fire of Love. These guys are great. I don't think I need to say anything about them. Yeah, they always sounded to me kind of like a cross between the Cramps and X. This is an original pressing on Signpost of Fela and Ginger Baker live. 2 tracks on each side. Ginger Baker's featured on the B side, but all 4 of these tracks are just killer African funk. This is one of my favorite albums by Jane, Between Heaven and Hell. It's very much more space rock than some of the other stuff. To me, it has a lot of echoes of Pink Floyd, pardon the pun there. Yeah, original pressing on Brain, just fantastic. Sir Lord Baltimore's second and final LP, original American pressing on Mercury. These guys are great. Love Sir Lord Baltimore. Original Italian pressing on Beat of the soundtrack to Il Prefetto di Ferro, Ennio Morricone. You know, I grab anything and just about everything from him that I find, and it's an extra special treat to get an Italian original. You hardly ever come by them. And again, I found this in the dollar bin as well. Is that it? Yeah, a couple more. So this is a really good sort of UK fusion-y group called Sun Treader on Island. If you're into early kind of fusion-y type stuff, recommend it. Last but not least, this is an original pressing on Strata East of Some of the Parts from Larry Ridley. Really good, funky, kind of soul jazz record. Yeah, and so anyways, what the hell? Stuck at home, working from home, kids aren't in school, wife's stuck at home, working from home. So here's some of the records I've been playing lately. Take care, everybody. Stay healthy.